Okay, restarted the recording. Aaron, thank you for giving me the heads up. I guess my mic was. I guess I had unplugged my mic accidentally. Um, Definitely my bad. Thankfully, it wasn't, didn't last very long. Um, just did a little bit of vaults here. Found a shop with OCPA in it. It's 5,000 gold. And we're probably not going to be buying that or using it at any point. The chainmail, maybe we'll test that out. Anyway, what I was trying to say, was that I'm not doing 15 runes on this guy because unfortunately the Deep Elf Monk thing, this is a Nemelic's choice, and what that means is I need to be one of the first 8 people to win. Can't help but notice that your Twitch isn't properly linked to your Discord, meaning your icon doesn't go purple. I will remember to fix that. I have fixed Nightbot, by the way, and I made it spam a little bit less. It's funny, I actually found out I had it set to 15 minutes, not 10. But I guess just because the message is so big, it seems very spammy. So I changed it to 20 for now. If that still seems like too much, then I can adjust from there. I'm gonna have to move it over to my own in-house bot though if I wanna stagger the messages like I was talking about. But yeah, regarding Discord, I will link that, and I appreciate you letting me know, because I didn't really know that was possible. Or advisable. But now that I do, I'll do it. Discord is super polite. Maybe you should check the news about Discord lately. I'll tell you about it in private sometime. I don't think it's something I should really talk about on stream, but they are, I'm not the Discord devs' biggest fan, let me just put it that way. They kind of turned a blind eye to some pretty messed up content on their platform. While simultaneously sort of banning people for political reasons. This is not about the Steam Marketplace stuff. That I'm not familiar with. Just Google it. If you Google like Discord FBI, I think you'll probably see what I'm talking about. It doesn't help that they banned one of my accounts once for a totally frivolous reason, just because I was maliciously reported by some people who kind of wanted to ruin my day, you know, which it didn't really, because I could just make a new account, but it's pretty obnoxious. I just don't like the way they run the platform, that's all. There's a lot of questionable things about Discord. They also recently put this thing in their terms of service, like you can't sue them anymore. You literally have to agree not to be allowed to sue them. You now have to engage in this nonsense process called arbitration. If you have some kind of issue with them. No, they just put, that's the thing. They're not asking, they're telling. They put it in, they kind of sneak it into their terms of service that says, well, if you're using this product, then you agree that you cannot sue me. You have to enter into arbitration instead. And of course, the arbitration process is quite favorable towards the towards the people who are running the thing, because it's like it's their arbitrator usually. You know, it's the arbitrator of their choosing, I believe. That I'm not totally sure of, but I do know that it's kind of a weaselly way to allow a company to do very bad things and be less likely to get punished for it, you know. It is super common, but it's still super wrong. You know what I mean? Arbitration is unlike suing someone, it's more of a there's a private firm, an arbitration firm, or I think that's what they're called, something like that. Someone who's been trained as an arbitrator sits down with you and the other party, and you essentially agree to be bound by the result of whatever happens there. So it's an extra legal way of solving disputes. And the reason why big companies tend to force people into arbitration clauses is essentially so they can avoid the legal system, you know. While there are legitimate reasons to have an arbitration clause, I just don't trust Discord for that, you know, to that extent. Okay, all of these items suck. Kind of like the Fifth Amendment, I guess. I don't know, man. It's generally when I see companies trying to do this CYA kind of thing, my baseline assumption is that they're up to no good. You know, I would be shocked if Discord isn't, for example, profiting off your data in the same way that Facebook and whatnot is. I would be shocked if they aren't mining your tweets, or not your tweets, but like your private messages, you know. And an arbitration clause would definitely make it easier for them to get away with that sort of behavior if it's ever found out. Nope, we're out of mana. And we're locked in. I think we're gonna have to kill this quickly with acid. Well, you know, there are ways around it. It's just nobody wants to set up like a Jabber server and use it. You know, they just want the easiest solution. This is bad. Let's blink. Finally, a good blink. Do some channeling. A lot of damage possible here. Let's get my D-missile back up. Right, most people don't know what that is. I mean, yeah, but it was just... It would be nice if there was a company out there that kind of cared about its clients, its customers enough to not disrespect their privacy. Tradition dismantling. I'm afraid this is not a communist Twitch channel, Wes. Sorry to tell you. You're gonna want to go to Hellmonk for that. I don't know. It's just the other things that Discord pulls tells me that they're not particularly ethical people. And if they're willing to do some of the things they've already done, I'm simply suspicious that, or I'm not. I wouldn't put it past them. Let me put it that way. I'm using channeling more than I'd like. I really need to get max piety at some point. Full pips. So I get the tournament points for that. Innocent until proven guilty. I guess I'm just... What I'm saying is that the character of the people who run Discord is not good. So I don't want to say guilty until proven innocent, but if someone's like a convicted horse thief and a horse goes missing next to their house, that's all I'm saying. Oh yeah, I mean, Discord's going to continue to grow market share, no question. And as far as what you can do, I mean, outside of creating a competitor, I don't know. I could build a Discord clone if I felt like it, I guess. But it's a matter of captured audiences, like I'm always talking about. You cannot generally dethrone something, even if your product is better, you know? It's kind of like, it's weird that the world seems to work this way when it comes to technology, at least. People just are unwilling to use alternative platforms, you know? Unless the existing platform screws up so badly that people abandon it, like, for example, what happened with Dig. I mean, I would go further. I would say if it's proven, people still won't care because... I mean, like, if people cared about companies and governments respecting their privacy, I don't know, there would have been a far bigger outcry over the past 15 years or so to some of the things that have happened. I think it's pretty well proven that people shrug their shoulders when you tell them that their data is being harvested, because it's happening sort of behind the scenes and out of sight. Systems that the old world couldn't support that we're moving towards as traditional labor gets eaten away at. I would say that's a bad thing. Dang. Where did Mara go? Mara blinks free, sort of out of sight, I guess. There we go. You're not convinced privacy is a concept worth protecting. I think it is. I think that if you don't have privacy, then you inevitably work towards this, you know, Chinese government-style social points system, which, to me, really, I don't know what would possibly be closer to a dystopia than that. Traditional labor will not exist in 200 years. Well, then, I don't know how it is that the vast majority of humanity is going to find any kind of purpose in life, if that's the case. I think one of the biggest mistakes that America made was moving towards this service economy, is what they call it. And it always sounded so unbelievably asinine to me, the idea of a quote-unquote service economy. You know, your government, or rather your country, just doesn't create things anymore, and you call that a good thing. You know, even as a kid, I remember learning about it in school. It's like, oh, well, we've evolved in America. We're evolving past, you know, whatever the like the goods and services economy, and now we're a service economy. We provide services, and it's like, I guess it's, you know, it's nice that you can afford to pay a bunch of lazy do-nothings to make PowerPoints and Excel spreadsheets, but at the end of the day, somebody's got to manufacture your steel. Somebody's got to create all that plastic crap that you buy every day. you know, and if it's not you, then it's somebody outside your country. And then you're effectively beholden to that other person. Like, gee, I sure hope you don't, you know, overcharge me for these goods that I need for my country to survive. So for me, I think a good and powerful and stable and healthy economy is entirely based on you having a full stack of, I can get the minerals out of the ground, I can turn them into stuff, you know, like the full, from the beginning to the end, your country can do all of it. You have the resources, you can manipulate the resources, and then you can create things out of those resources, you know. How are we going to find meaning? Yeah, I mean, that's two separate things, I guess, economy and sort of how people become happy. I don't know about halting progress. I just think that redefining progress might be, you know, like we have this idea that it's progress to put people in chairs in front of monitors all day. Aaron, I think it's 9 for a medium shield, but you can check that. If you go to the shield in your inventory, it'll actually tell you the skill to remove penalty right here. Yeah, I don't think we're actually doing Vaults 5 just yet. Let me Amnesia off Summon Demon real quick, and I'm going to get Death's Door. Alright, we're at that point of the game where, well, getting a little harder. Well, let's see, we get RC from our body armor, but we don't have our core. This is going to be a little awkward. Because we can't have the three pillars. Let's see, you know, MR, ice, and our core can't have it at the same time. We could, but then I would kill my EV, and I really want EV. This should be okay. I do have a few curing. Yeah, Wes, I would love to do that, but like I'm so on the fence about doing anything like that on Twitch, because I mean the people who run Twitch are more than happy to ban you for saying anything even remotely controversial. And it's, I mean, I think it's monstrous, but that's I mean, what am I going to do about it, you know? Simply stating an unpopular opinion will get your account banned. And I've seen it happen. So if I was going to have a frank conversation about anything remotely political, I mean, it would be virtually guaranteed that my account would get banned simply for stating opinions, especially that I can't control what other people are saying. Not that I would want to. Vimeo stream, maybe. Or maybe stream.me. Oh, dude, you know what? My food problem actually doesn't exist. I'm just going to roll over here. Buy all the food in this shop that I can afford. That feels better. Oh, it doesn't... I was wondering when my map mode was failing. It just didn't know the path to the downstairs. Wes, do you stream? Or do you just chat? I would say that is an unpopular opinion. Interesting. I feel like it's more likely to happen to when you have a ton of viewers. Can I be paralyzed? Unfortunately, yes. And yes, I do know that I'm marked. Still marked. Pulling this floor as well, I guess. Didn't want to do that, but oh well. Jeez, I wish I had Staff of Energy. $15 to 30 people, that's not bad. That's getting up there. You need 75 on average to be a partner. So that's approaching. Okay, golden eyes. Definitely like to be immune to those, so we'll pop MR plus on. Not quite immune, wow. Wow, okay. Not good. 7% is shockingly high for these guys, actually. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of acid. And we're going to start having some real fun. Remember, I can't BVC in here, and I haven't found Iron Shot. So we're in a bit of an awkward situation. The plan, by the way, for TRJ is to use scarabs. Oh, a well-executed TRJ. Well, the problem with that is the perfect ideal way to do TRJ is not happening on this character because we're not melee capable. So what we're doing instead is, wow, no torment. Okay, what we're doing instead is a wacky strategy that may or may not even work. This is obnoxious. Let's try to block the mutations. No RC right now. Let's put on Ring of Ice. Infest all this stuff. It's a little risky, actually very risky. A few more things than I would like to fight right now. I could just pull up, but I really want to get my Death Scarab steamroll happening here. By no means am I immune to this Azure Jelly wrecking me. And of course we got Berserkitis immediately. Better than Teleportitis, and we do have 9 potions of, 9 potions of mutation, so we can kind of sort of deal with this. Should have used Lightning Spire to start out with. A channel. Yeah, there's TRJ. Now, do I want to go for this? Do I have enough? especially with this crap around. This is sooner than I would have liked. Aaron, that sounds pretty miserable. I wonder, with Vuln and 10 evocations, do I have enough to paralyze? That'd be cool. Enslave as well would be cool. We're gonna find out. %. Let's see if we get lucky. We're not getting lucky. We have to go up. Bunch of jellies popped out, I bet. Yeah. Alright. 16%'s not too bad. Wow, 4 blink scrolls? That's rough. Perfect spot for an infestation. Jeez, I sure wish we had some iron shot or some kind of direct damage that was just a little more effective than swinging with this staff. The scarabs are plenty good. Oh, this is going to be awesome if I can pull this off. Jeez, but I don't have... Yeah, I just don't have a way to kill these things. Scarabs do a ton of damage and they slow your enemies. I'm going to enslave some of this stuff. There we go. No, fan will make them mad. Even if I get paralyzed here, this isn't so bad with my buddies around. It's just, we need to get the Scarab steamroll started. Fan will bounce your allies into each other and make them go hostile. It's real dumb, it shouldn't happen, but it does. Start channeling. More channeling when I need it, but not quite yet. Oh yes, Okawaru will certainly get upset. That's why Fan of Gales is one of the most useless items. Even though it's like, I mean it's useful, but it can screw you over. Let's put it that way. Oh, this is going to be sweet. We're going to get a lot of scarabs off this. Assuming they don't all these slimes don't just merge together. Okay, we've got critical mass. We can easily kill TRJ now if we run into him. It's just a matter of will we run into him soon enough. Do I have a scroll of noise? No, I don't. You didn't know that Fan of Gales was AoE? Oh, the infestation. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Nope. It's a big group. We're confused. Let's pop on Pro Magic. Let's not bother curing. Don't have to waste a curing, you know. I hope my guys don't start crumbling. Okay, here's our boy. Does Kiku gift infestation? Well, it's guaranteed if you choose the Necronomicon, because it's in there, so yeah. Alright, I think we're good enough that we can... Oh yeah. I think these guys should just die. I shouldn't have to do anything else. That was a no resource TRJ. Pog. What we're lacking in spell levels. Another pair of gauntlets of archery. We don't need that. I see that we found punk. Makes me wish I had gone slings. Cloak of Starlight. Finally we found an item that's well and truly awesome. Punk is pretty awesome too, but not so much for this character at this point. Plus 2 gloves of dexterity, nice. I'll take that. Seems to be a cat right outside my window. Upset about something. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that. Yeah, Cloak of Starlight is... I would put that in my top 3 best items in the game. So you can hear it, Aaron. Or are you just messing with me? What's so good about it? Well, first of all, it's a cloak spot. It's a cloak spot that gives you EV, so that doesn't happen often or ever really. It gives 2 different resistances. You know, it's decent AC, and the stealth penalty doesn't really matter for most characters. So, I mean, the fact that RLX is something that's relatively rare, but also really awesome to have, is one of the biggest bonuses there. It also means that if I really felt like it, I could probably get on the Fire Dragon scale plan now. Well, we'd still be lacking in MR, so not quite. I'm gonna get sued by a cat for having that audio on my stream, by the way. Copyrighted meows. Do I want to take Punk with me? Kinda. I guess I'll just drop it in layer. I mean, I'm not going to be using it. Now, where to go? We got Vaults 5. We got Tomb, LOL, not doing that. We've got Depths. And we do have Death's Door mostly online. Not quite, but getting there. Good reason to train some more charms. I think we're on the Depths plan. Still no Iron Shot. I'm I'm legitimately tempted to get Orb of Destruction, just so we have a way to directly kill things. %. Our conjurations are bad, though. I guess I could get Bolt of Draining. That would be one way to solve this problem. Or I could just LRD things. Do we have Petrify, perhaps? Yeah, that would let me... That would let me damage things without needing a wall. Do not need another Ring of Pro Magic. So the one good thing about being a Deep Elf equipment-wise is that you need less MR. Oops, take intelligence. Didn't quite realize we had leveled up there. Yeah. LRD and BVC work pretty well together. More or less letting me clear depths for free here. It's really fascinating that I'm still not at max piety, but that's what Sif Muna does. Whoa! Whoops. I do have Berserkitis, don't I? I guess we'll just whack him with the staff. That could have been badly. Could have ended badly, rather. Any swing has a chance of berserking you. Which is like, it's not as big of a deal on this character since in reality I really shouldn't be... I shouldn't be swinging anyway. Really. It's just a matter of convenience. I guess I don't mind if I get berserked once in a while if it's just the one thing. It's always weird to me that BVC works on feels, or not feels, on water elementals. On the product of feels. Hey, Johnny, how you doing? But like, what exactly are the zombie hands grabbing onto? Like, it doesn't work on jellies, but it'll work on water. This is a good spot to use LRD. A lot of area of effect here. Well, good morning then, Anjani. I'm trying to finish this Deep Elf Monk up. Since it's a Nemlex choice and there seem to be other people, it's far more than I would have expected trying to finish this combo. So if I don't win soon, I'm not going to get one of the first 8. Wow, this is ridiculous. This high level... I'll tell you what's really stupid about shape changers in BVC is that it, if you use it on them, it's like they want to transform immediately to get out of it. I don't think it actually affects it that way. It's just that it's kind of happening a lot. Alright, I've had it. I've had it. We're using Haunt. Our third fight with Boros. He had a potion of experience on him. Nice. Not enough to satisfy Sif Muna into giving me max piety, though. Running out of mana. Let's try to see if BVC can finish these guys off. Not quite. Nice. Well, actually, he's still alive. There we go. Just kind of slugging my way through depths here. Oops. The other thing is this experience will be useful for clearing out Vaults 5. If I can get enough of it, well, could possibly get Malign Gateway online or something. Looks like Death's Door is getting there. I might switch entirely to summonings here in a minute. Or translocations even. Ah, it won't let me... the auto-targeter, like if I don't know, it was weird, it wouldn't... It wanted to cast BVC on my head instead of on the... that guy. Yeah, see, it did it again. You know, I would like to go get the Horn of Geryon, but I don't even think that's viable. This character doesn't... I mean, I guess if I used... I guess... if I used Haunt and Infestation and got a good steamroll started, it would be possible to do Vestibule, but... not, probably not smoothly. Uh-oh. We are not our poise. That's worse than it sounds. Let's drink a resistance, I guess, even though we only have one. Let's, oh, my D-missile's gone. That's part of why I'm suffering here. Let's haunt this. Let's haunt this. Let's infest this stuff. Haunt this again. Should have regen up. I should put D-missile back up. Let's just go up, reset the fight. Clearly not getting my Scarab steamroll. Or maybe I should say snowball. Oops. Always wants to auto-target the battle sphere for some reason. Can this dude paralyze me still? Nope, I didn't think so. Losing a bit of experience letting my scarabs do so much work, but it is faster at least. What a crowded floor. I'm getting kind of annoyed at this invisible knight. Vampire Knight. Let's see if we can... Okay, he's dead. Got him with the Dispel. Yeah, this is one of the more obnoxious depths vaults that I was talking about earlier. Just a nasty maze of nonsense. It's not particularly challenging, it's just really, really tedious. It's kind of annoying that depths is so much of a crapshoot, really. Personally, I think it should just be more like dungeon with harder monsters, you know. I think that vaults like this create kind of a tedious user experience, you know. I do like that I don't even have to wait. I don't even have to wait for my mana to come back, really, because I can just use Sif Muna's minus cast ability, or whatever it's called, not channel magic, divine energy. These wasps are slightly less scary, although still strong. Let's blink away from this stuff, and then BVC it from far away. That's better. Probably shouldn't be playing so quickly on a fragile character like this. Things could go south pretty easily. Oh, we got Menagerie and Summon Greater Demon. Ah, unable to access my magic. Is that a rune door I see with lots and lots of monsters behind it? Come on. Come a little closer. There we go. Looks like my pack is full. I think I'll sadly drop this Ring of Evasion as much as I'd like to wear it. Acquirement. What do we want from Acquirement? I think we want armor from Acquirement. We get a Scarf of Spirit Shield, totally useless for this character. Many people would disagree with me on that, but sorry, I'm not using it. Ah. Let's lightning rod this stuff. There we go, much better. Oh, we have crystal. Fall through a shaft for 2 floors. Well, that's pretty rough. Why don't we dig out? Unfortunately, it's not a true... Can I wear crystal plate? I didn't even see that crystal plate dropped. Oh, there's OCPA, I guess, and the vault's for sale, and no, I can't. Not at 14 strength. I mean, I could wear it, but it would be a bad idea. This sucks. Let's... Nope, didn't say anything about crystal plate, I don't think, anyway. It's possible I misspoke. Oh, I said there was crystal, like, I meant like the tile, like the wall that would let me cheese with LRD, not crystal plate. Because it does more damage than rock or stone. Alright, this shaft was pretty annoying. I could flee into this ziggurat if need be, but I shouldn't have to. That's fine, Wes. I don't mind. Heal wounds, curing, very good. Magnify, we've got more than enough of that. Let's see what this wand is. Clouds, okay, that's good. I'm sure that ring is nothing I need. Acquirement, we'll put that on the list. Curing we'll buy right away. Scarf of Resistance, that'd be kind of nice, except we're using Starlight, so no. We will buy the Helmet of See Invisible, though. Which means I can drop this thing. This ring. Hey, and more potions. Brand weapon, we don't need that. Teleport, of course, we'd like more teleport, always. Immolate, fog. Oh, this is depths 5 we've been shafted to. Could have been really bad. Okay, Wes, have fun. How are we doing on training? Everything's really quite castable. Even Death's Door. Alright. We'll train translocations. We'll get it to 15. Disjunction, if we could get that online, that would be the cherry on top of this character, you know. Would really be helpful. This is not the whole floor. Let's magic map this out, and let's connect these two guys with our meager supply of digging. Wish I could LRD these dudes, but they're next to trees. Oh, Jory. That's a Jory. Trying to bespell me. 1% chance. Just let my scarabs handle him. Well, I'll let him. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say I'll let him get closer to me, but he didn't. He didn't quite make it. We finally have Iron Shot, so we could go in that direction. And in fact, it's already mostly castable just by virtue of the earth. But I'm thinking, let's get Malign Gateway. Well, I guess I could go ahead and Amnesia off LRD. Since, in terms of like area of effect stuff, we've got BVC for that, you know. Staff of Earth, that might be nice. Agility potions. Shatter is also available, which, you know, this character could get online reasonably quickly. And it would make... Oh, nice scale mail. It would make Zot much easier. I want to get to my nearest Amnesia Scroll and use it real quick. We're definitely going to get Iron Shot. Just so I can finally have something that'll let me single target destroy things. Wow, I actually have 0 conjurations. Conjuration spells, I mean. So it actually won't even let me train conjurations. Comically enough. Alright. Up to depths 1. If the game wants to let me. What? Why does it send me back down? There we go. Okay, we get rid of LRD. We get Iron Shot. Put that on slot B, I guess, since I'll be casting it a lot. And take conjurations to 15. I'm spread out pretty wide, but that's fine. Actually, let's put it on D. Feels more natural to have it on that slot. Burn through mana pretty quickly using this. But at least it's hunger free. Unhealthy burn of atrophied muscles. Yeah, that doesn't sound so fun, man. Sorry you have to deal with that. That's good. This is the most the most determined Boris I've ever dealt with. We've seen him like 6 times now. Or we can just miscast Iron Shot a bunch of times in a row. Alright. Amulet of Reflection that the game wants to pick up. Is there a bird calling in my background? No? Not that I can hear. I do not own any birds, and as far as I know, there aren't any outside. Ah, we found more books. We found Discord. Which, of course, we can't cast yet. You're making me think I'm crazy, Wes. Another book. But we pretty much have all the spells at this point. No, I don't think I'm crazy. I'm eccentric. Sticks to snakes, that might be worth getting. We do have statue form, but it's, you know, since I'm not doing 15 runes on this dude, all my grand plans to do a bunch of different things are kind of going away. Wow. Wow. Not that things are castable in this, but wow. What a body armor. Outrageous. Totally outrageous. Plus 15. Well, there's a Staff of Energy at least. Kinda less important though on a Sifmuna guy, since I can just channel whenever I want. Yeah, Wes, that's not a career though. People will realize you're BSing them when you say things like that. Although the whole question of what do you do for a living is kind of obnoxious, you know. Oh, there's even more. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the horn if I can. Oh, this is annoying. Got the wide open floor really bad. Can I fear this stuff, I wonder? Hell Knights generally don't want to be feared. Well, Garyon's dead, but... Actually, hold on, what am I doing? I can just... Yoink. Grab, leave. Blink. There we go. Okay. Do believe I have some work to do in depths 4 still, because that shaft thing's got kind of weird. Looked pretty spicy. Yeah, it was. But we got through it. This is more obnoxious than that was, though. Unable to access my magic. Dang it. It'd be very bad if I got berserked right now, so let's stop trying to swing. Keep using acid. Poison, that's cool. Alright, now we can blink. Very good. And, well... I guess I want to get into another hallway. There we go. I want to BVC him. We'll just blast him with acid. There we go. More stuff. All right, maybe we can get some friends here. This is quite a lot of floor we're dealing with right now. Wish I had my lamp. This has gotta be... Enchantress has gotta be around here somewhere. This is so many Spriggans. Could just be a generic Spriggan pack, I guess. The real question is, are we even going to bother to do... Are we even going to bother to do... Vaults 5, I wonder? That's a lot of poison. I will sometimes skip Vaults 5, even though I don't like to, on these sort of fragile magic characters. Because trying to shatter your way out of the staircase will get you killed every time. Well, not every time, but a lot. Am I going to skip it? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, you can do it slowly on a caster, but it's just you're so much more fragile. If I do it, it's going to be, well, let's see. We've got Malign Gateway online pretty much, so I probably won't skip it. I just hate the fact that I'm going to have to rely on kind of a blind teleport. Oh, whoa, this is Sajobo. Sajobo is enraged. Let's Acid Blast him. Because, yeah, Sajobo's powerful now. I mean, he used to be fairly strong, but now he's really, really strong because of the air elemental buff, the fact that they can tornado you. Depositioning, as I always say, is one of the most powerful abilities in this game, so something can just move you around. Yeah, Rhythm Kitty, let me get right on that. let me go straight for Trog. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drink Brilliance. And I'm gonna not memorize Shatter, I guess? Dang. What should I get rid of? I guess I don't need Cause Fear. We have 6 scrolls. Forget Spell, Cause Fear. Forget Spell. I really want Shatter. I want to cast Shatter here. Open this thing up. But all of this, I'm actually using every last one of these spells. Well, except for Death's Door, but we're gonna drop Regeneration just for the moment. We'll train spellcasting up to like 25. %89% chance of failure. That's fine. We got Sith Muna. There we go. Screw this vault. You think I'm going to use your teleporter? Think again. Oh wait, those are summoned. Somebody used a scroll of summoning. Yeah, he's summoned. Forget this. I'm just gonna rest up here. This isn't right. We should nerf Shatter. Oh, you wait. You just wait. It'll happen. You think it's a joke. But you just wait. I think I should have shattered the other direction. Would have been slightly more optimal, like if I'd gone straight into the loot vault here. Hey, manual fighting, that's good. Helm of MR. We don't actually need that. We're immune to an Ancient Lich already, although it would open up my body armor slot. And how nice would it be if somehow I got strong enough to wear that plus 15 plate armor? That would be pretty rad. I don't think it's going to happen, but it would be pretty nice. Alright, what can we drop? Shall I drop the Dagger of Protection? I think we're going to drop Profire. We're walking around with RF+, it should be fine. dexterity. Man, I need to have one slot free at least. Fine, I'll drop the dagger. When's the last time I had to actually melee something? Partly unexplored, unvisited transporter. Can't reach some items in places. I like how it says that all the time, but there's no actual... I mean, I guess there's this. Not that that really leads to anything important. We have 3 potions of flight. I'll just not explore it. Should we do the door vault? I'm doing the door vault. Let's let the malign gateway handle this. Alas, it's gone hostile. Feel a bit more experience. That sounds nice. We'll go up. Whoa! I didn't expect there to be quite so much crap here. Still. What to do? Yeah, we've got Death's Door. This is fine. What the? Wah! Torment. Okay. Joke's on you, I'm invulnerable. For the moment. Should be fun. I think it warns me before it's about to end. Yeah, you stand defiantly in Death's doorway. It'll tell me I can hear the sands ticking wildly or something like that. Your time is quickly running out, yeah. Well, that was fun. You'll be seeing me using Death's Door more. If this was a 15 rune run, you'd be seeing me using it quite a lot. BVC plus Malign Gateway just feels like cheating. You've never done 15 rune? Like, the thing is, this was gonna be a 15 rune run, but I realized that since this is an MLX choice and I want the tournament points for it, for some reason, unbelievably, there's like 5 people who've already won Deep Elf Monk. Even though it's a garbage combo, I wouldn't have expected so many people to go for it. So if I don't win soon, I'm going to miss it because there's just more than 3 people moving these characters along. So here I am, you know. I'll do one soon. What to do? We've got Zot. We got Volts 5, and then we have Extended, basically. And I really need, or rather would like, more experience to get Shatter online, but it's not really happening for me. We can probably leave Conjurations where it's at. Iron Shot's in a pretty good place. Alright, let's do it. Whoops. I did not mean to press that button. I'm trying to teleport and then go down. This is not the worst teleport I've ever had. Okay, haunt him. We'll lamp down this way. I should have probably learned Pog, and I probably should have rememorized Regenerate, come to think of it. Did I miscast? Yes, I did. Now we need to teleport again. And we'll start channeling. Alright, got a nice little spot worked out here. The whole Infest Malign Gateway teleport trick is nice because not only does your Malign Gateway slaughter a bunch of stuff, you end up with like this army of scarabs that beelines it right over to your new location, helping to clear things out along the way. How does Malign Gateway work? Malign Gateway is, if it wasn't so high level, I would say it was the best spell in the game. The way it works is you cast it, and you can have one on the screen or one on the floor at any given time, and it works differently than every other summoning spell insofar as it will fight things off screen. So this dude kind of, like the portal's here, the tentacle comes out and it just whacks things for a while. After a little while, it either goes hostile, if your spell power is low, or it goes neutral, and then it kind of gets hauled back into the portal, and that's the point when you can cast it again. But like I said, unlike every other spell, I can walk off screen and it will just clear stuff for me. It works like old school summons used to work. And I am unsure if that's an oversight that they just haven't fixed, or what exactly is going on there. This tentacle just sort of goes. Yeah, correct. This is a bad situation. Let's BVC this stuff. Help my tentacle to do its work. Anyway, the reason it's so good, outside of the fact that it fights off screen, is that its melee attack is Chaos branded. So, all the benefits of Chaos brand, it's too fun. It will be removed. But yeah, I mean, all the benefits of Chaos brand, like the fact that it can paralyze your enemies, but none of the detriments really, where you don't want to have a berserk thing next to you, because you're not next to it, and it also hits like a truck. I think it does like 45 damage, like stone giant tier damage. On top of that, it is immune to elemental damage, so it's quite beefy, and that also sets up combos like you can dump freezing clouds right on it and it won't go hostile. Like if we just examine it here, an immense squamous appendage of some unseen creature. It has 120 hit points, which is quite a lot. Immune to every single element. The damage is 40, but then it also attacks again for 30, so it's even better than I thought. Two attacks, which are both Chaos branded. What's really funny is being a Biog worshiper and using Malign Gateway, because if it goes hostile, then the if it goes hostile, then it can hit your own dudes and it can polymorph them if they survive. So you can end up with like, oh wow, I should probably heal wounds. So you can end up with like Saint Roka the Shard Shrike, Saint Roka the Caustic Shrike. Catoblepus minions, yeah. Although something I've noticed, and maybe I'm just misunderstanding something, but once something gets polymorphed, it doesn't seem to want to follow you anymore. Like it just kind of wanders around the floor. At least I experienced that at least once on a BO worshiper, and I don't know if that's intended or what. Catoblepus would be a pretty solid ally. Best one in the game, really. Programmer oversight, maybe. Maybe it's intentional to stop you from having too much fun with polymorph effects. But yeah, you do need to... There are some caveats to using Malign Gateway. It doesn't really want to work in tight spaces, for instance. So you gotta be careful about where you're trying to cast it. Like I couldn't cast it here, for instance. I agree. Fun is bad. Must be eliminated entirely. Alright, we have regen again. What else would I like to have in spells? Probably not going to be memorizing anything else, but Disjunction would be pretty sweet. That would be the best thing we could ask for the orb run at this point. But we literally have 0 spell levels available, and we're already level 27. So unless I forget some things or learn even more spell casting, it's probably not going to happen. Teleport. Summoning. 4 scrolls of summoning, that's pretty solid. Very, very helpful for Zot. I'm not looking forward to doing Zot on this character, by the way, because of Clown Pies. This is a character where silence is the worst possible thing that could happen. Hooray, dispersal traps as well. That's fine. You can blow your horn there. What's going to silence me? Yeah, so I don't know if you've heard about this, but the latest and greatest thing about this version of Crawl is that Gamafunk decided to throw some more RNG into the game, and now Killer Clowns throw Clown Pies, which can polymorph you and silence you and do 60 damage maximum as well. And let's see, what else? There's a bunch of other different effects. It's like chaos at ranged on crack. I don't know if it can paralyze you outright. I don't think so, but you have to understand just how bad silence is for most characters. Yeah, I know. What kind of design is that? That's what I'm wondering myself. I mean, it's like a full, I believe, unless they changed it, full line of sight attack. It does require a clear line, so I guess you can use positioning tricks to try to prevent it from happening. But of course, if you auto-explore or, you know, just walk into somebody on the edge of the screen, he can just throw it at you. In addition to the fact that with traps, especially the new traps, you can get teleported right next to a bunch of them. Yeah, I know. What it is that for some reason, they are obsessed with lowering win rate. And because they don't seem to understand how their own game works, they don't seem to understand how to... Well, they don't understand that that's not even necessarily a bad thing, that the win rate's higher than it used to be. And they don't seem to understand why it's higher. I mean, I could explain it very easily. It's mostly quality of life things where you can suddenly see how much damage things can do to you, you know? Yeah, they want there to be a lower win rate, which, I don't know, it seems silly to me that that's like a real concern, like a serious concern on their parts. Yeah, I think the win rate of this game is already pretty low, but they're kind of trapped in this mindset of only paying attention to the people who are really hardcore about it, you know? Yeah, right? It's like you can't design a game like this and act like the people who have never won a game don't matter, you know? I can fan these guys backwards a little bit. Can I please have my spells back? There we go. But, I mean, if the idea is to add some more... Yeah, it is the majority of people. If the idea is to add some more challenge to the late game, I mean, I guess, but this is not the way to go about it. Adding BS RNG is not the path, you know? Like, I'll tell you a thread in Zot that is both challenging and fairly designed, even though I kind of rage out about it sometimes, is Purple Draconians and Quicksilver Dragons. You know, they can debuff you and do a large amount of damage at the same time, and it's totally irresistible. You know, but I think it's a relatively fair threat. Because it's not based on RNG, you know exactly what it's going to do if it hits you, you know? And it's not like... It doesn't completely shut down your character. Even if you're like a transmuter guy, it doesn't totally remove all your options like Silence does. But that and the polymorph effect, which can, of course, turn you into something with no armor at all, you know. Like, I hope you like being a paralyzed bat. Oh, right, they can also, the pies can also make you unable to drink potions. So... It's like, let's make an enemy that just removes all the player's choices. Good idea. Prefer the player to be challenged in ways that allow them to make informed decisions. Yeah, I know. I understand this is a very extremist and out there idea, but maybe players should be offered the chance to interact with the game. You know, it's. Let's not carry around Torment, we don't need that. Dangerously close to prioritizing fun. Yeah, I better slow down, you're right. They'll, you know, if you actually bring up the word, if you use the word fun, they will viciously mock you in the Roguelikes Discord. Because it's like a subjective word, I guess. And so it's like it's totally meaningless just because it's a little bit subjective. You know, and I mean, I'm paraphrasing their viewpoints, not my own. I think that you can very well quantify fun, you know. I mean, are we designing a game that people are supposed to hate? Like, what is... It seems to be what's going on here. Can I please get a paralyze? Yes, good. Uh-oh. You can quantify your goal for the game if it's to create a game that's interactive. You can choose a definition for fun, is what I'm trying to say. And my definition of fun is yeah, it's interactive, it's challenging, it's fair in the way that most, if not all, deaths are going to be your fault. I think you can at least set up a working definition of fun that while it doesn't work for all people, it works for most or many. Okay, good. I got my malign gateway out just before the silence hit. Get another one out. He killed it. I want BVC. Get myself scarabs as well. I mean, I would agree with that, Wes, but like if you read their document, their little philosophy document, which they trot out to try to prove a point when it's convenient and then ignore it all other times. It actually does talk about how that's, and I can almost get behind this, that it's pretty much impossible to create a game where the deaths are going to be your fault literally 100% of the time. But you could get so much closer if you wanted to put even the smallest effort in to the way that Crawl is now. I mean, just by removing shafts from D1 to D5, you know. Cursed Necklace of Bloodlust. That's wacky. What are we wearing on our neck? Reflect, Strength +4. Having the MR would be nice. I don't really need the Slaying, though. I don't think I'm going to use that. Sack of Spiders, very good. Box of Beasts, very good. Don't need a +6 Ring of Intelligence, as cool as it is. I'd rather have MR. Just mopping up Vaults 5 at this point. And it's done. No real items of note. Geez, I wish I had some better body armor. Yeah, man, we just tore through it. If I don't wear this body armor, I'm not immune to Ancient Liches. How about body armor and artifact? Whoops. Nothing really happening here. I'm sure blokes would tell me to swap to Che. I mean, legitimately, I would swap to Che if I wasn't trying to win this quickly. The OCP alone would have sold me. Int -3 on that Bloodlust necklace, but man, if I could... I think we're actually going to end up wearing it. We're not going to be swinging, and it doesn't stop me from casting my spells. And I don't need Reflect. Now this wrecks my... It doesn't give me... I don't have RF Plus anymore. But I am immune to Ancient Liches even if I drop the Ring of MR Plus. Right? So this is interesting. Let's grab this thing, wreck my intelligence even more, because I'm real smart like that. Alright, thing's still castable, even though we've nerfed our intelligence quite a bit. It's fine. Everything's good. Of course, I'm not wearing armor right now. And now, let's see if we can't grab FDA, because we're RF minus. And now how castable are we? Still fairly castable. 20% fail in the Malign Gateway. That part's not so good. Interesting. Yeah. No, I've done lair branches. It was Spider and Swamp on this character. Stuff is definitely not castable in plate armor. Man, how awesome would it be to be in +15 plate, though? S branches, yeah. Is what I believe they're called. That's correct. You know what? Let's purchase. Let's purchase Brilliance. I normally ignore Brilliance potions, but gonna be very useful on this character, I think. We'll do a little bit of a zig. Laterally larger. What do you mean, like more options in the early game and the mid game? I could see that. Have I actually improved my situation, by the way? 20 AC, 35 EV. I don't think I have, come to think of it. I think my AC was actually better before, or close to it anyway. Of course, if I enchant up the Fire Dragon armor, wow, that's a good shield. I'll take that over protection. We lose a little more AC, but having our core all the time and our poise shores up quite a lot. Quite a lot of defense there. It's going to be very nice and Zot so I don't get wrecked by poison clouds. A very short forking branch, and then it's either get up with the orb or opt into what seems like a really extraneous... Yeah, it is a grind. Extended is a pointless grind which could very much be improved. I get no argument from me there. I guess let's just enchant this helmet. Well, we'll start enchanting up the FDA. I suppose we can probably safely do a few more floors. I don't like that I'm flayed. There we go. You only have to kill one flayed ghost to get all of your flays off. Did we just miscast Malign Gateway? That sucks. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that, Wes. I only recently learned it myself, believe it or not. But yeah, Stormbow's not useful for this character. Would have been nice if I'd found it on like D1 or something. Yeah, Flayed Ghosts are very brutal. It's like a almost more powerful version of Torment in some ways. Isn't it nice standing in poison clouds and not taking tons of damage for no particular reason. Having our poise is very much a quality of life thing. What can I drop? I shouldn't be carrying this plate mail around, that's just wrong. Plus 11 dagger, but no intelligence on it, so it's not really important to me. We could grab the Crystal Ball of Energy, but again, it's Sif Moon character, so we got all the mana we need. We're not doing this whole zig, we don't have the tools for it. I'm just in here to get a little last minute experience. And items, with any luck. This is going to be a rough Zot and a rough ascent if I don't get good luck on the way. I like that I'm getting these draconian floors. Can really easily take those out with infestation and BVC. Still need to drop a few more things. I would say I would drop magic mapping, but it might be useful in Zot. I really want to finish this manual of fighting, so I'm not carrying it anymore. We can turn off Scrolls of Enchant Weapon. And various rings. For pickup, I mean. I see that Cloak of the Thief is here. Unfortunately, we've already got the other contender for best cloak, so probably not even going to grab that as much as it's nice to have infinite fogs. It's just this one charge Wand of Clouds makes me want to drop it. Alright, we're getting to the point where we probably want to leave here and just try our luck with Zot. I'll leave the Ziggurat. I was gonna say I'll do one more, but it's getting a little too risky. Let's magic map. Now, I'm not exactly diving, but I am going to dive. How do you know when to do one versus when to go straight to Zot? Usually the answer is go straight to Zot. You need a certain tool set for it to be even remotely comfortable. And your first zig is probably always going to be pretty uncomfortable if you're trying to do the whole thing. The optimal time to do it is after you've already done extended. Because it truly is post-game content. You can do it before then, though. If you have the right spells and the right skills, it's possible. And the right god, of course, that's really important. I'm gonna drop this plate. No need to carry it around. Like a character with Firestorm online, for example, can probably handle most floors of a zig just by riding that. You really almost need necromutation even for your first zig. Although it's possible to do it without it, you really don't want to. One of the biggest things is being able to skip floors, which you're probably going to need to do on your first zig, because you're just probably, without getting really good floor luck, you're eventually going to run into a floor your character is not well set up to handle. So, I mean, if you have controlled blink, that alone can let you do a zig. If you're careful. I don't know if I can really quantify it easily into a set of like, okay, well, if you have this, 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 and this, then you can do a zig. It's more of a gut feeling, really, that I go with. Oh, God. Why did I have to get this layout? We'll be taking a hatch down there. I wanted to dive and then go and do it in the reverse order to avoid shafts, but that perhaps is not happening. Well, thank you, Wes. The biggest thing I want to think about is, like, are there any floors that will kill this character outright? And if there are, then probably don't do a zig. You know? You can, having something like a fat stack of holy word scrolls can mean the difference between losing on a Panlord floor and not. 3 haste. Okay, let's roll the dice. Let's try to enslave. Resist. Charm. Good. More prior knowledge. Well, in the case of ziggurats being extreme post-game optional content, I don't know how much I mind that narrow case being so, knowledge required. Prior knowledge required. What sort of floors do you usually see? Certain... Oh my god, I'm getting freaking owned here. I have RF, it's just not working for me. Let's see. So the floors are weighted. The most dangerous floors you don't see very often. In fact, you might not see them at all the entire time, if you're lucky. I think when I did my biggest Mega Zig character, I literally did not see a holy pan floor until I was like 10 zigs in. It was outrageous. Let's dig an even better kill hole. But the easy floors are the ones that are just modeled after branches. Like orc floors can be hard because they have a bunch of beefy stuff. Like they'll have juggernauts and stuff in them in addition to the regular orc stuff. But for the most part, that's just a bunch of physical stuff. You can, cast Discord once or whatever if you have that, and that defeats the floor, or you just do some damage to it and it dies. The most dangerous floors are the ones that are modeled after dangerous branches, like the mummy floors are big. That's the one that requires a lot of thought put into it because it's all the crap that's in Tomb, So you gotta deal with being tormented. This isn't so good. One second. Let me put demissile back up. Digging. Can I rest? Nope. I don't have a good way to kill this in this hallway. This is actually really quite bad situation. Dang it. I guess I can haunt this guy. Keep myself from being mutated at least. I badly want to teleport, but that's A, going to take a really long time, and B, not even necessarily a good idea. Oh good God, can you keep your breath for 1 second? Sometimes they catch their breath really quickly. Oh man, yeah, we can't use Malign Gateway inside here is the problem. I think we're gonna teleport. And we're just gonna hope. I mean, let's channel magic, I think. Fail to use your ability. I would make ghosts around him, but again, hallway. Let's regen. Should be able to hold him. I don't want to say indefinitely, but for a while. Here we go. There we go. Okay, this isn't bad. This is good actually. Charmed. Unfortunately, using infestation makes that go hostile. I had forgotten that. But yeah, in addition to mummy floors on Ziggs, you want to be worried about, I call them elemental floors, I don't know what the proper name is, but like the fire floors, of course, will have orbs of fire on it, got to be able to deal with those. The earth floors are probably the most dangerous, or among the most dangerous floors, because they have a ton of torpor snails, which will slow you, of course, which is very, very, very ugly in this game. And then it also has iron giants, which we all know do a ton of damage. Oh man. 1 second. God, this is endless. I despise the fact that these wide open floors exist. And the Orb of Fire has, of course, found us. Teleport again. Put the spire up. Channel, because we're minus cast. Yeah, torpor snails are very dangerous. Gotta respect them. Very big backline threat. Give me my D-missiles back, please. Wow, we cannot catch a break. I have to haste, but I'm gonna use summoning. I'm gonna use a couple summoning actually. This is too ugly, too full. Channel. I don't think I need to use a haste now that I've done this, although there is a torpor snail. Funny, we should talk about it. There's one right here. Yes, torpor snails are a well-designed threat. I do think they're a little bit unfair inside of Ziggs, but Ziggs aren't really meant to be fair, so I'm mostly okay with that. I mean, there's solutions. Can I get this dude out of the way, perhaps? Oh, I don't really mean like unfair, so to speak. I just mean it's like difficult to deal with. Mostly because there's like, if you get to a super zig or a mega zig or whatever you want to call it, you're going to be dealing with like 8 or 9 or 10 of them on the screen at any given time. But with that said, they die to Firestorm just like everything else, so it's not really a big deal. It can just be very, very irritating to deal with when there's like iron giants and crap in front of them. And it's like your first zig if you get saddled with one of those floors. That's all I meant, really. I'm going to use Horn, because Hell Beasts can actually deal with these threats. And my Eldritch Tentacle should be killing it. I think there's actually multiple orbs of fire on this floor, by the way. It's outrageous. Box of Beasts, perhaps. Is it dead? Is it finally dead? Hell yeah. Hell Beasts come to the rescue. Holy Pan floors are one of the biggest deals for Ziggs because, well, if you're undead, you're going to take extra damage from their holy abilities and smite and whatnot, I believe. That means you can't be in Lich form during it, unless you want to die, or you really don't want to be in Lich form during it anyway. Pearl Dragons do an insane amount of damage with their breath, and since everything on the screen can hit you with smite, you're going to suffer tons of damage per turn whether you're undead or not. So darkness is really useful in there. Something that's surprisingly given me trouble before is, I should have recorded my Ghoul Venomancer, you might have found that interesting. But yeah, there's also, the floor I was going to talk about is air floors can be really dangerous. It's mostly like a giant pile of electric golems and titans and things, and you wouldn't think it would be that bad, but it is. Because it's difficult to damage a lot of the stuff on those floors. Mostly the electric golems, it's just hard to kill them before they get lots of damage on you. Time to drink some of my 13 potions of mutation. This is better. Frail is gone, Berserkitis is gone. Not that I cared about Berserkitis. But yeah, Ghoul Fighters are fun. Just play unarmed combat. I mean, if you'd like, I can run through one. I think there's probably one on my channel. Wouldn't be surprised. Back up and let the tentacle do the work. I mean, ghouls are really dissatisfying to play for me because it's like they have really bad claws, you know? So I get to go unarmed combat, which is fun, but it's kind of like playing a bad troll, you know? It's like the level 1 claws, okay, fine, I guess. It's a powerful species, though, especially that early game healing. Easily discounted, but it's quite nice. Small efficiency stuff. Ghouls are easy to screw up, I think. Surprisingly easy to mess up. They're kind of fragile. Their stats are not great. Their skills are not great. So there's a lot of ways to mess it up. Of course, I mean, I went Ureta Mule in my most recent Ghoul, which I didn't record. It was a Ghoul Venomancer for the tournament for Nemelik's Choice. And Ureta Mule is kind of like cheating. You can win any race class combination easily with Ureta Mule because he just provides you all the tools you need to get to Zot and survive. Is this a third orb of fire? This is getting to be frustrating. We're on Zot 2, for the record. I can't complain too much because I have among the best ways of taking out orbs of fire, which is Eldritch Tentacle. Remember the part about them being immune to elements? That definitely applies to fire. Death Cobs are undead. No problem dispelling them. Okay, we'll place the electric lightning spire to block malmutates, and then we'll back off. Refresh my D-missile, something I forgot to do. Refresh the spire because it died. Very good. The tentacle killed, or didn't kill the Orbifire yet, but slowed it. We'll throw some haunts down. And awesome. Love seeing a paralyzed Orbifire. Now, here's a fun thing you can do with Eldritch Tentacle. You set it, you go upstairs to an unexplored floor, or from an unexplored floor, and then you go down a different staircase, and as I'm just hanging out in this spot, it's killing stuff for me. You feel a bit more experience, see? Not inclined to leave this staircase, really. Magic mapping. Okay, because we can get shafted, we probably want to do Z4 before Z3. On the other hand, we can just do that trick again. Man, BVC and Eldritch Tentacle, what a good combo. Just hold stuff in place while your tentacle deals with it. Borderline broken. Well, it's a two-school spell. It's a two-school spell for one thing, and it's a level 7 spell as well. So it's not exactly easy to get online, especially it's in two schools which are a little bit awkward. Like a lot of many races have good translocations and bad summonings, or vice versa. So it can be difficult to get online. And if you're a summoner dude, I mean, if I was gonna complain about the summoning school being broken, oh, damn it. I knew that was going to happen. I shouldn't have been moving into the unknown. Anyway, yeah, it wouldn't be the first spell I would think of to nerf, is what I'm saying for summonings. I'd say that the biggest thing about this game is once you get to level 7 spells, you're probably going to expect a certain amount of brokenness. Because, I mean, you've won the game at that point if you get level 7 spells online, you know? Okay, something new has happened. I'm drained, but it's light gray. I've never seen that before. I guess it means I'm not very drained. And that's a new UI thing. Yeah, went away. Ah, don't be hostile. Also, the other thing is, if you let your tentacle kill stuff, you're only getting half of the experience, just like other summons, so that's a motivation to not spam it, so to speak. Yeah, it's easy to forget that you probably shouldn't be doing nothing but using, crap. Using summons. Of course, if you're able to run around doing that, you probably don't even need the experience, you know. But you might later. I kind of like the BVC summons combo, not just because it's so incredibly powerful, but because you're sapping some of that experience back by doing damage with the BVC. Enough that it feels like the correct move. Feels good that we can't get shafted on this floor. And now, if I go up to Z3 and I get shafted, no problem. Oh, I got marked? That's cool, I'll just go down. But like if I got shafted, I'd get sent to Z4. You know? Which is fully explored. Screw this. I'm not messing with a curse toe today. Let the tentacle do that. Enchant armor, very good. More AC, always a welcome addition. Okay, Cloak of Invisibility, we don't really need that. I mean, we're wearing Starlight, so why would I change? I'm not even going to look at that scarf. Let's go to Clown 5. Oh look, it's Clown 5. I don't think he can teleport me. Eldritch Cynical is no longer mute. Yeah, they can even mute you in addition to the silence. Or maybe they changed it from silence to mute. Ridiculous. Trying not to move into the unknown too much here. I guess I have to. I'm gonna risk the teleport. It'd be quite bad. Digging. Always have fewer rations. Well, if you're casting and you haven't eliminated spell hunger, that will happen. Let's see if I can't lure some things. I guess not. I tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a power move. Well, first of all, I'm gonna drink this potion of experience. I'm gonna drink this potion of brilliance. And we're going to shatter. And we're going to go up. No, 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 no. We're not screwing with dispersal traps today. Forget that. We'll let the tentacle kill this stuff. I've not had enough experience with dispersal traps to immediately realize what a horrible time they can be, but I'm a quick learner. And I realized how badly that... I could have gotten blinked into the lung there. Would have been very, very dumb. I had briefly forgotten that monsters can trigger those, just like Zot traps. But yeah, we're going to have a much better time in here than most characters, because we've got Shatter. Okay, we'll make a tentacle there. We'll rest. We'll come back down. You feel a bit more experienced. You feel a bit more experienced. Nice. Dispel still doing amazing damage. Electric Golem, pretty easily dealt with Gateway, although this Orb of Fire is making some complications. D-Missile needs to be back up. Haunt. Haunt. Those clouds are from a chaos effect. Just let my buddies do the work. Uh-oh! It's another Orb of Fire. It's not so good. I think it's horn time. I don't mean to toot my horn. Start channeling. Dude, I need this golem dead. What I really need is for Tentacle to do a little more work here. Let's acid this dude. Okay, we'll put Spire up again. Acid, nice. Golem's dead. Thanks to the Hell Beast. This is why I always get... Whoa! Eldritch Tentacle. Made a fire explosion there. But yeah, this is why I always get Horn of Geryon, because it can single-handedly kill the top-tier threats in the game and push them away from you. Oh, here's a pie. The pie just flew right by me. Something tells me that I've drawn out the entire inside of the... inside of the lungs with my well-timed shatter. Alright, this time, because dispersal traps are stupid, we're going to shatter from the edge, so that can't be a risk. Much better. Okay, it's killing more stuff. A little bit risky to fight that Lich like that, since he was hasted. Not so bad, though. More clowns on Clown 5. With their utterly dumb clubs. I always put down those clouds when I see something. I am not doing that. That's, so, these little, I assume you're talking about the translocational energy. That just pops up when you make the gateway. It's just a side effect. It's a pleasant side effect because it can block loss, which is nice. Or are you talking about this? That's BVC. It just, I don't know why it looks like clouds when you're casting it. No, the green ones are... That's just the effect from BVC. Like it... It's visual only, it doesn't actually create clouds. Oh god. This is why I shouldn't be swinging. Yeah, that's the Vile Clutch, the zombie hand spell. I shouldn't be standing here. Dispersal trap. Acid clouds. I was fighting the dragon. He might have blown poison on my head. I don't have any spells that generate clouds except for Malign Gateway through chaos effects and the translocational that happens when it comes in. So maybe point it out to me next time it happens. And I will tell you what it is. Can't hit anything. There we go. Iron Shot not so accurate at low level. Well, letting yourself stand in clouds can be a defensive tactic if there's other more nasty clouds that you don't want to be able to affect you. Generally not a good idea, but if it's like choice between getting hit with a poison cloud or an apocalypse crab cloud, I'm going to take the poison cloud every time. Oh man, my tentacle's just out of reach. Let's haunt this thing to death. Or I can just come down here, I guess. I'm just gonna wait and hope that the tentacle does its job. Alright, there we go. Kaz is fun to play for that reason. Yeah, Kaz is great. You get total immunity to clouds, don't you? So, or is it only your own clouds? Okay, let's not hang out here due to dispersal. I'm gonna blink. I don't think he can hit me. No, that's a fireball, and he landed it right on my face. So... Okay, now he can't hit me. Uh-oh, there's two of them. It's horn time. It's feel time. He's hasted too. Oh god, there's three. Alrighty then. Do I have resistance? I do not have resistance. I do have haste. I don't think I need to use it. I could always Death's Door if need be. And boy, I think we're gonna need... Need is gonna be... Maybe. I mean, we gotta haste. There's no question about it now. My Malign Gateway is still around. I'm gonna use sack. God, why did so much have to come? I'm gonna channel. I'm gonna haunt. Okay, you feel more experienced. It got one of them. All these exclamation points on these bolts of fire and whatnot are making me nervous. Oh man, I need the Eldritch Tentacle to just be a little bit faster with what it's doing. Let's regen. Should have done that a while ago. And let's Spire here. Blocks fireballs, blocks malmutates, does not block the bolt. Well, it sort of blocks the bolt. It reduces the bolt by 1 range at least. Doesn't really help in this situation. Sure wish I could BVC these guys. It's okay, I think Han's gonna come through for me. I'm gonna channel again. I'm gonna dig out. Feel more experienced, good. Okay, it looks like at least 2 of the orbs died. There's another one. I don't think it followed, unfortunately. And there's a malmutate. Orb of fire devoured by a tear into reality. Okay, banishing is fine. I'm not going into Abyss today, so not an issue for me. I don't want to be very dopey though, so let's try mutation. Okay, shouting is fine, and the rest of these mutations are great. Okay. Connection to magic feels subdued. No, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. Maybe I should save my mutations. I don't know. I want my spells to be okay. Okay, fine. Except now I lack a helmet because of the stupid beacon horns. So now we gotta go pick up a hat. Server's lagging a little bit. But hey, we'll at least have the orb soon. That's nice. Come on, see invisible. Nope. I guess we'll just wear this magic resist then. Losing Senv is not a huge deal. Eldritch Tentacles see invisible, so you know, it could be worse. While I do like to walk around with Senv all the time, it's not strictly necessary. I want to say that we've cleared out all the worst of it. Both lungs seem to be emptied out. I tell you what I can do if I really want to is I could get marked on purpose. I'm not sure if I'm really feeling that today. It's brilliance. We've mostly broken into the vault chamber. Orb chamber. Weirdly enough, Orb Guardians can stand a good threat against tentacles, since they're just a big pile of melee damage. They're one of the few things in the game that can actually take them out. Especially if they get berserked, which hopefully does not happen here. Oh, I'm marked. Alright. We're done. We're done. We can get the orb. Teleport. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Grab. Teleport. Go to D0. Okay, we're gonna walk away from this. Just gonna fan that away. Turn on regen. This could be a difficult ascent. That sounds like a nice meal. Bacon and eggs with a bit of barbecue sauce and pepper jack. I'd eat that. VVC, in keeping with its ability to be an everything spell, is actually nice for stopping things from chasing you on the orb run. Okay, this actually cannot torment me through these walls, so let's just enjoy that and walk away. Torturous demon spawn, no problem. No panlords yet. We don't have any holy word, by the way, so something to be aware of. One of my favorite tricks for getting away from bad situations is not available to us. Where's the upstairs? All the way over here. That sucks. Gonna need to fight through this stuff. We'll make a gateway. We've got RC and RLX, so the Blizzard Demon is not a huge deal. Just let the tentacle deal with it. Oh, there was a staircase right here. I'm just blind. And it's the one that the game wants me to go to. Yeah, I try to avoid eating bread as well, although for you I think it's probably, I'm guessing it's more of a health thing. But bread's not particularly good for anybody as far as I understand it. Whole wheat is a little better, but still. More demons, okay. Let's dig out faster. Save one charge for an emergency, I guess. Would feel more comfortable with more digging, but what are you gonna do? Ice Fiend. Okay. This is somewhat of an issue. Let's... Closest way is over here. I don't really want to get tormented. I'm gonna haunt him. Cool. We're just gonna walk away. Can't make a gateway though. How do you assess your strengths and weaknesses relative to a safe escape? Well, the biggest thing is abilities. Like if you're worshipping Zen, you've got more abilities to just say no to threats. Like you can imprison, you can put everybody into demon jail, the silver walls or whatever, and you know you're going to have a really easy ascent probably. Likewise, this character has a lot of similar things that are not quite as good but still amazing. Like I've got BVC, which lets me stop things from chasing me. I've got Haunt, which surrounds the enemy with crap that also slows it. Lightning Spire gives me a very controlled thing I can place anywhere I want. Malign Gateway lets me kill just about anything if I need to. And in the absolute worst case scenario, I've got Death's Door. So, you know, it's just a matter of knowing what your character can do. If you got a lot of digging, you want to keep that in mind. If you lack abilities to deal with situations, like the biggest thing is you want to think about what is the worst thing that can happen? And can my character, like what will I do if that happens? If I've got a very fast Panlord next to me that can cast Silence and Glaciate and Torment, is my character just going to die? Or do I have... do I have an option, you know? And it really boils down to having evocations for most characters, is you just want to have sacks of spiders. To engage rather than just try to run past. Probably if there's a staircase right behind them, I probably engage a little more often than I should, but if it's something I know I can kill quickly, and I know that it can't take tons of my hit points away right off the bat. Like you'll notice I didn't fight the Ice Fiend because he can torment me, but I did kind of roll right past the Blizzard Demon and his buddies because while they could do some damage to me, they weren't about to just like slice my hit points in half, you know, barring some really, really bad luck. And I knew that my tentacle would clear them out in about 5 seconds anyway, whereas the Fiend could have proceeded to torment me like 4 times in a row, and we only have RN+, so it would have been pretty bad. Just for fun, let's Death's Door and then leave so my log looks funny. Yeah, okay, well this was a good game. Yeah, cool, I'm glad that helped. Let me look at the tournament page real fast and make sure I didn't get boned out of my Nemelex points. Nope, we got it. Got our 75 points, subject to scaling. So, cool. That is it for the Deep Elf Monk. I don't know what I'm going to do next, if anything. I mean, like I said, I'm not like constantly playing Crawl and trying to win this tournament or anything, so I'm just kind of messing around for fun, kind of exploring the new version and finding it a little bit wanting. But with that said, it usually is fun to play a Deep Elf, so hope you guys enjoyed this. Until next time, though, I am signing out.